table full of melanite. Crystal body gon' shine, I don't need the ice. It's real tough. Yeah. Speaking on the times, cause my people need to see. Third eye blind, no, they lying through their teeth. They tryna loop the time, tryna keep us in a sleep. But you know we gotta rise like the steam in the heat. Quantum physics to a beat, how time zones lead. It matter just the data that your brain gon' see. Alchemy, you master all that photon light. Avatar, the body, just the temple, do you see? The deity surround me, I feel the peace. Breathe deep, I push cheese like Bruce Lee. Yo, it's Dragon Ball Z. I'm Super Saiyan 3, and we finna walk 'em down, any town, any street. New world on horizon, I can see the silver lining, cause the sun gon' shine, then we all keep shining. Mighty lion can heal the pain, you know his name, but they stand on the same old thing. They playing, well let's talk about it. Round table full of melanite, crystal body gon' shine, I don't need the ice. Deity being me, you gon' see its rise. My people so divine, know it's our time. Let's talk about it.
Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's have a conversation.
I don't wanna hear that he say, that she say. You listening to Parasites on replay. They tap into my phone to listen like we on three-way. It's tap into your aura, feel the energy like heat waves. Let's talk about it. Who you praying to? When it starts to lose your mind, who is saving you? If you're moving through the time, what's the energy that's moving you? I wanna have the conversation. We always dropping gems back and forth like great debating. We making our own way, our own land, our own pavement. Just suiting up the spaceship. I like to wake up with the sun. Say my daily mantra, speaking cryptic, speaking tongues. Tell them what I'm after, we're the one and get it done.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Why did it stop?
I'm not
Uh-oh.
sure.
Uh-oh.
Well, greetings. And greetings. And welcome to season 2, y'all, of Let's Have the Conversation. How is everyone doing? Ah,
I'm here.
right. Greetings to the committee. We've missed
Do
y'all. Hey, y'all.
Greetings. Yes, missed all of y'all. I
Oh
don't know
my
what
goodness.
happened. The song stopped playing. It was spinning. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ro
Of
yeah.
walked
course
through
it
the
is.
Ro. Listen, Ro walked through the shot half naked, talking about I don't know which way to go.
He said
Woo!
I was
It's
confused. I was confused.
it's off to a good start. It's off to a good
Too
That part.
funny. Too funny. All right, y'all. Well, again, good to see everybody. Glad the committee has joined us this evening. I hope everybody on the panel is doing well. There she is. Miss Chaz is with us. That's what's up. Um, I guess let's start it off with Charleston White. That
Mm.
whole story. That in itself was crazy. I know governors had wanted to talk about this situation. I know it was kind of disgusting to you a little bit, a lot of bit. Uh-uh. Can we? Anywho, I'm having issues over here too, y'all. It's not just y'all. Anyway, anybody want to jump in on this subject matter?
I
Charleston
didn't
White?
even hear it. I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh,
Charleston White. That's me.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So I've been doing research on this for a few days now. Charleston White, he's supposedly a gangster from Houston, Texas, and has a reputation of like helping the community, talking shit. He just recently had a beef with Rick Ross, but he's also a newfound comedian. But he's now have a beef with T.I.'s son, T.I. Labusi, and Labusi's son, Tootie Raw. Well, apparently he has some issue going on with Labusi, and he was saying some things I guess that Tootie Raw did not like, and so Tootie Raw, being a teenage young man, being very froggy, much like his father, had a lot of shit to say to Charleston White. When he said what he said, um, apparently Charleston White came back, clapped back at Tootie Raw, which then King Harris did not like what he said. So then he said some shit. Um, they said Rat Williams, whatever, I don't know. So he said some shit, and then Charleston came back and he made a video about both of the young men. And then T.I. made a video letting him know he'll go to jail for his, and he don't give a fuck. He don't play them kind of games. He better go sit down. Lil Boosie has yet to say anything that I have seen in retaliation. King made another video. Tootie Raw made another video saying that they would beat his ass. Something about police being called. Charleston White said he was going to call the police and have King put in jail. He then said, no, I'm not going to do that because he actually is for the community. So it's a lot of bullshit. I don't know. Have y'all seen it?
Yes, I actually just saw Boosie's response.
He finally responded? Okay.
I think it might have been another Vlad interview. I feel like they're besties. He's always on the show. Like, does he just chill out in the back room or so? Who knows?
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
he had asked him, I think it was him, but he asked, whoever it was, asked Boosie, what does he have to say in regards to Charleston White? And he said that his aunt and uncle requested that he does not speak on Charleston White, and he's not going to say anything about his name because he will put him in jail. And that was his response. Now, as much smack as Boosie talks about everybody and doesn't care about the repercussions, the way he responded in the video that I just saw a few moments ago was very timid for his normal behavior.
They can say what they want to say, Malika. They are saying that Charleston White, you could call him rat, whatever. They said that man is not to be fucked with, which is why Rick Ross was quiet. And T.I. saying what he's saying, but he came back and said like a whole bunch of shit about T.I. Like, you and your wife is drugging young girls. Said T.I. had put his foot up in some young girls' pussy, like 13, 14, 15-year-old girls, not just one. He said several. He said just because you paid it off and made it go away don't mean it didn't happen. They said
Yeah.
Charleston White is not to be fucked with.
He's
Yeah, I
got
saw
that
that.
energy. He's got that energy because he's really comfortable. And you could tell when somebody, like, y'all know, when governors get up here and she talks, like, you can tell that what she's saying is authentic and genuine on a good day or a bad day. Oh, she gonna give it to you. And when she says it, you know that, okay, this is not someone to be messed with. Even the original videos I saw of him where he was talking about lawsuits and they made him like a funny character. You could see that there was a little bit of energy there, like, oh yeah, he's been through something. If you've been around those kind of guys, bro, then you know, you know when they got little secret lives. Just saying.
Yeah, but like Governor said, he was putting it all out there. He was saying God, what was he saying? He was like, I don't have something or record or something, but you do, and it was crazy. I know the video he was talking about. Yeah. I'm just like, y'all might want to leave that man alone, because
Yeah, they
if he's
saying, oh, he'll tell the law everything, but this the thing. I've seen videos of him previously before the whole beef with Rick Ross, like months and months ago, about him. Like, he comes from the streets. You know what I'm saying? He really does. Like, you can say what you want to say, but like she just said, he's like the candy man. If you fuck with him, he's coming. I don't know. I don't know if I would want that kind of smoke.
right, like, no, thank you very much. Coming in.
Listen, okay, because listen, y'all. T.I. made another video going off on his people after he made a video saying that my people, they willing to step for me, they willing to da-da-da-da. Then he made another video talking about something, why my people ain't showing up for me? Because this nigga is the candy man. You can call him what you want to call him.
Right.
All right, like, nigga, we not fucking with him. That's what people are saying. Like, hey, it's like that line out of Friday. You want some too, old man? No.
No.
Look, so I
You want some too, old man?
hold on. I found the Boosie video. Sorry, I don't have my other phone with me right now, so I have to kind of do this way. Oh, there he is. Okay. Y'all don't look at my personal information. I know y'all want to see those pictures. No, not allowed. Hold on. Here we go.
I'm not gonna say nothing about Charleston White. What's your take on Charleston White? I'm not gonna say nothing about Charleston White. You know, my auntie and my uncle. They done begged me not to say nothing about that boy. They said that, hey, that boy gonna send you to prison. I don't even want to comment on that dude.
Mm.
I don't want to comment on
Really?
Is he shook or is he
Whoa.
trying
Listen,
to make
listen, look,
him number 24?
look.
it. We know Charleston. Not that I'm this big tough guy. But if you in his lane, man, you know what I say. Yeah. When you in a lane like Boosie, you associated with the things he associated with, man, you better leave me alone.
So he
What's your
said,
take on Charleston White?
I don't know if you can hear the part that Charleston White said, but he said when you associate with the people that Boosie associate with, he know already not to mess with him. He know not to come for him. And he said it so calm too. Whether it's on the side of the law, if you want to call it a rat or whatever, that's a whole conversation we as Melanites need to have anyway, because people complain about rats, but it seems like the rats are the ones who are cleaning up more than the everyday people in our community. But anywho, I'm gonna have to start using that. You could tell by his demeanor that he meant what he said and he said what he meant. And with Boosie responding the way that he did, it just makes it even more like validated. It's a lot, but I love it.
And you know, Boosie
Absolutely.
normally is rah rah. He was very, very yeah,
I mean,
okay.
you
Because he
said
a rat.
that man said a lot
He's a
about
rat.
his
That's why.
children, they children, and I was cringing at some of the shit he said. But he know what the fuck he can say, and they were like, "Oh, well, they gonna roll up on you." He was like, "Oh, I'm at the car lot buying cars." Oh,
He what a way to get stuck, right?
Maya, not
Um,
us leaning in, trying to energy,
there it goes. I'm sorry.
energy. We leaned in. We tried energy.
I'm so sorry. Anyway, but he told him where he was located. He was buying cars, and he said he a nigga that ain't never had that much money. The money he got. Ti said that, oh, you a nigga that come from nothing, you ain't never had nothing, so you trying to bring a nigga down to the dirt where you are. I don't believe that's the truth. He told Funny Marco, he said he's tired of all of these rappers killing. He said he's tired of them killing. He's tired of them being the product of dirt and murder. And he said if he got to take them all down, he'd die for doing it. So shout out to him.
Definitely shout out to
absolutely.
him. You just know like real from the fake. And clearly the industry ones are the fake ones, you know what I'm saying? Because they always have to announce what they do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of real people move in silence, you know what I'm saying? Unless it comes to their table, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's brought to their table, they're not going to speak on it, but it was brought to his table, you know what I'm saying? And your kids were spoiled and thought they were some thugs, you know what I'm saying? And just landed in the wrong hands. That's what it was. You know, that's all it is. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That's all it was.
Mm. People love letting their mouths write checks they ass cannot cash. Trust me, I know.
You know, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. We can go on to the next topic, but
Okay.
King King Harris is a spoiled child, just like he said. And he is headed for the worst of the fucking worst. He's obnoxious and self-righteous on the bad side. You know what I'm saying? And you
Mm.
keep coming to his defense instead of checking him the way a man should check him.
Yep.
But okay, whatever.
You are crippling these children for life. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Real talk. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be somebody, as we see, it's gonna be somebody out there that don't give a fuck about your title, who your daddy is, how much money you got, none of that. But speaking of spoiled children, Ray J, and he recently was with the mental health thing, talking about he wanted to kill himself, and Quatita was saying that sh- she feels like we're desensitized. What do y'all think? It's like people are making light of his situation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just mental health in general. You know what I'm saying? What do we think?
I feel like for that we are desensitized because it comes in a sort where he really does have something going on seriously, and he just spoke out on a lot of things, and he was releasing a lot of truths. And imagine the threats and things that were coming his way. We're so we know about these celebrities. We're so desensitized to the fact where it's like, oh, they sign up for that. That's what they get. But we still have to understand that they still go through things too. They still process things too. They still have a mindset as well. They still have a day to day as well. So that's what I took out of it when it comes to we do get desensitized because we know the nasty and vile things they've done, but we've also been so desensitized to the fact that you have this platform and you haven't used it in a certain way. So how can we feel for you and you never felt for us in a way? But you go ahead, Chaz.
I was gonna say like basically agreeing to what you were saying. So I kind of second that is that like we really look at them as a celebrity, like they in the industry, so they kind of knew what they was getting into. But we can't honestly say that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really know until you in the shits until you like really in the shits. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, maybe everybody's laughing at what he's out going through, but maybe it's a crying out for help. You know what I'm saying? We already seen it with the pictures of his sister and stuff like that. He's basically telling us that she's gone. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say that he's gone too right now? Or they, you know, they attacking him from each and every way. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I'm saying, I just feel like it's a cry out for help. You know what I'm saying? But other people are just laughing at, you know, their pain. But you know, Ray J being him, ain't nobody gonna really take him serious because you know he comes off as a comedian. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's really a cry out for help. And I say that with even the Kanye situation, like y'all, it just it blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say.
So, Jose, in regards to what you were saying, it's set up a little bit different for me because Ray J did help me and my brother. And I spoke about this with Governess previously. When he came to Orlando, my brother had a remix that was all over it. When my brother was signed to Rodney Jerkins, we did the One Wish remix. We wrote the reggae version. And Rodney released it officially. And Ray J came out to Orlando. He performed on the big stage show, had us there. And then afterwards, he sold out the arena. And he made sure to invite my brother on stage to perform the remix and, you know, go do the original, cut it, and then have my brother run up and do the remix. And it was one of the best moments of my life, seeing how the audience reacted and my brother getting everything that he deserves in that moment for the hard work that we have done. And even people in my immediate circle, it brought to my attention, weren't looking out for me in the manner that this young guy came out and did for us. I could be one of these people that are posting. And I think that's why I always take it with a grain of salt, because if Upon the Replay would have popped and it would have been my voice, I mean, it did pop, but if it would have stayed as my song, if it would have stayed as my song, there could be a panel up talking about me right now and you all saying, that ain't Malika. Like, y'all need to back up. So I always take it with a grain of salt. Regardless, I don't play about anybody saying that they want to do something to themselves, especially when they have children who depend on them. And when he did this, my cousin who committed suicide last year, the anniversary of that just passed on her passing just passed on the 10th. So it hit very close to home because there were a lot of individuals that didn't warrant her cries. And there was a lot that where she couldn't be helped, but there was also, even including myself, where maybe I should have checked on her when she was in Atlanta and I was in Georgia, you know, and I go through that in my head. So I think in those moments, we don't have to involve ourselves in all of the crazy whatever, but in those moments, that's when we need to either just hold our peace. If you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all, or send our love and send healing energy, because today it's him, tomorrow it could be your cousin. And ain't nobody gonna let nobody talk about any of the cousins that we have here on this panel or in the committee. So I just give the respect that I want to get back in return. And that's how I feel in regards to it. I hurt for him because everybody, even the evil, have moments where they probably wonder, like, should I be doing this? You know? And I don't know if he's wicked or not. I know my experience with him was, I mean, he was a little freaky, but he was a really nice guy. He was a really nice guy. And I feel for him, and I'm praying for him and sending healing energy.
Well, I want to piggyback on what you just said, Malika, with the whole wicked thing. That's the point, part of the point for the yin yang, and that's everything that's quote unquote good has a little evil, and everything that's quote unquote evil has a little good. You know what I'm saying? So, if that makes any sense. And then you said something about reaching out. Now, Maya, didn't he reach out to somebody?
Yes, he did. It wasn't like reported like officially, but Diddy made a post a few days ago where he was, gassing up the black Melanite community, if you will. And he was basically saying things like, we need to rise and, I'm for the black people, this, that, and the third. And Ray J slid in his comments and was like, hey, I reached out to you because I needed you, like I needed some help, and you said nothing. So basically he was asking, what is all of this for? Like what are you doing? Because you didn't even pay attention to someone you're seemingly close to, like somebody that you actually consider a friend. So who's to say that, I mean, they're still people regardless of whatever they did that landed them where they are. Maybe they didn't know in the moment, but that's still something that's ongoing and never ends. Whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying, you got to do. Recently we saw him dye his hair blonde again, which, if you follow the governance, then typically what that means. And now we're here, and now his sister is in the news today battling, like seizures or whatever in the hospital. So something is definitely going on. And this also brings light back around to what Quatita was saying when she did the world reading, talking about the suicidal energy, because it is out here. It's not just the celebrities that's going with it, because I'm going to be honest with you, about a week ago, it was on me heavy. Like I had to lean on the deities, like my ancestors. Like I really had to sit with myself to get out of that energy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
sometimes you don't even know that you're in it or in a thing until you come out of it,
Of it. Yeah.
you know?
Very true.
So
So I want to say something with that too. I also I feel like a lot of it is mental health, and like that feeling is misunderstood. And so a lot of people, what we do, the elephant in the room, the taboo thing, we to make ourselves feel more comfortable, we make jokes out of it and we make fun out of it, but it really is misunderstood. Um and also like, how do we help it? How, like, what do we do? So like I feel like it's a comfortability tactic to like make jokes out of it, because like, I feel like it can be, you can put yourself in a loop of like, I see this person who calls out for help, but how do I help this person myself? And now you're kind of feeling trapped by this need to help people who you can't help. And so I think that's why it's really important that like Quatita does her classes, and she has people who come on here and who they tell their stories, because we have to be able to understand it from like the person who experiences it, their perspective, not from what they tell us and what they paint the picture in the CDC and whatever TV, whatever, how they paint the perspective. We have to hear from the person who experiences it. So I agree with what everybody's saying. It's something to be taken seriously, and especially when it comes to celebrities, because we don't know what the fuck they seen. Like, we don't know what they went through. We don't know what they seen. We don't know what they had to experience, or sacrifice or whatever. But that still adds up to the state of your mental health. So I think we just need to be diligent about how we navigate understanding those things, because if you have never experienced it, then you really can't understand it. Like, it'll
Well,
be
I have a
very
question,
much.
and I'm gonna pose the question to the panel, and I'm gonna pose the question to the committee, because a lot of times when I go through my periods of feeling like I want to unalive myself, I come on and I do lives and I talk to everyone. I talk to y'all. Who are y'all talking to? Because Maya, you sure didn't reach out to me. I don't know if you reached out to somebody else, but who do y'all reach out to? I'm watching the committee and they're like, yeah, I just went through this the other day. Like, are y'all reaching out to people, or you know what I'm saying? Are you sitting with it? Like, how? What do y'all do? Because I know I come on this motherfucker and I just cry on the live, you know. So, but what do y'all do?
For my
I
personal
deal with
experience, you go ahead, Chad.
I deal with it, and that's what I've been dealing with for the past couple of weeks. You feel me? Just trying not to go into the deep depression. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really taking a hold of me. You know, everything ever since I found out what I know, it's just feel like the reality of it is just hitting me harder. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to break through it is it just the depth of it is just how can I raise my frequency when every day it's something attacking me. You know what I'm saying? Something attacking me, and I don't know why it is, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? But trying to elevate. But why every day is something? You know what I'm saying? Like it's something. If it's not one thing, it's another. And you know what I'm saying? I know our deities here. I know we are deities. I know we have power. I know we have strength. But that's the hardest part is knowing that you're strong and you're trying to pull through it and you're trying to elevate. But something is just bringing you down. It's just like how, you know what I'm saying? So it's the crying out for help is I'm not one to go to people and be like, hey, let me put this problem on you. Let me tell you about my situation. Let me do this. You know, let me do that. Let me bother you about what I got going on because I know you got everything. You know, you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. So a lot of times I bottle them feelings up inside of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day I cried. You feel me? I sat there and I cried out to the deities. Like, why is this happening to me? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm this powerful being, but I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like everything is attacking me from which in every direction, and I'm trying to come up out of this and trying to stay peaceful and humble, but I cannot. I'm trying to say I cannot do it, but knowing I can. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do it, but it's like help me. You know what I'm saying? Like help. Like come on. Like it's just some gotta give. You know what I'm saying? Like it's feel like it's the way of the world that has came up on me heavily. And each and every day I'm trying to fight through it and stay strong, be positive, you know what I'm saying? Listen to music, trying to figure out how to meditate, trying to do this by myself, you know what I'm saying? Trying to just, you know what I'm saying, just keep from breaking down and giving up. And it's just been, like I said, every day just been a fighting battle. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a fighting battle. It's a struggle, but you gotta know that it's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know that it's like it's like just to keep your soul intact. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's what they're attacking at, but they attacking at it from each and every direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like they know how to come and attack me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I feel like they know how to come and attack me. Like you said, they watching us from every angle. I feel like they know. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the feeling, but how can you know, outsmart them? You know what I'm saying? But you already outsmarting them, but it's kind of like, nah, we got the drop on you. You know what I'm saying? Because they watching us from every angle. So it's like, I promise you, like every day I just been, trying to be positive and stuff like that. But I've been, you know what I'm saying? I sat there and I cried out to the deities, like, come on, help me. You know what I'm saying? Help me. And they did. They did. And at the end of the day, I'm blessed because they, we had to put you in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Just so you can come out a little bit stronger because you didn't know, but now you know what I'm saying? Now you know how to deal with it. Now this is how you getting attacked. So what you gonna do about it? You're gonna sit there and you're gonna sass about it, or we give this to you, now we need you to walk in it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're here for you, but we're not gonna do everything for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. Like it's just like I said, everything is spiritual and it's been a day-to-day thing. We just got to keep strong. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't let them win because we already won. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with this situation.
I could say for me to answer your question, Chrisita, I do have somebody to turn to, and I'm grateful for that. Uh, but I've also seen where I can't turn to certain people, and I think what I long for, which I get the programming part, I want to hear from the family aspect, and that's the part that will always be my demise. But it will not be my demise. Let me not say it like that, but that's the part where I'm learning that's where you're conquering. Like you have people to fight for. You have people that would fight for you, that would die for you, that would ride for you. You keep looking towards people that won't, will not, and don't see your worth and want to keep altering you and changing you. And you are worth so much more. And I think of those positive things because there are so many positive things that I can do. Knowing what I know, I want to change my mind. I want to change my spirit. I want to change it all. I want to move forward. I'll go to the park. I do cry, but not enough. I kind of do one of those, and then you get done after, and you're like, I don't get why were you like that? Like, but you don't sit in it long enough. Like I have the mentality where it's like I don't want to sit in that too long because even though I know the deities want us to, that's how you heal. That's how you overcome. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that because I feel like it keeps me stagnant, like in a saddened energy. And I'm not, now I'm understanding it's not sadness. You have to think better, think bigger, think big, and see that there's something on the other end. Like, you want to fight for something. You have something you want to fight for. You see what you want to fight for. Let all that old stuff shed out to let the new stuff show you the light and the way in. And that's what I'm learning how to do. And I'm learning how to walk with that concept of, I do talk to the deities and whatnot, but I do actually have someone I can turn to. And I know not a lot of people do, but I listen. And that's one thing that is one of my biggest traits. I'm going to listen to you because I've been there, I've done that. And there's not a lot of people that have been in those predicaments or done the mindset of things that you thought you wanted to do, but I definitely know what it's like and what it feels like. We all want somebody to turn to and want someone to hear us. We're just scared to turn to someone because we're scared that they're going to see us in our vulnerable state. And we want them to always see us as strong, as like resilient. We want them to always know, like, I'm still this warrior. I'm gonna use that word. I'm still this warrior. I still fight on. I don't need you to see when I'm down, but I also have to understand. I get what you do, Quatita, when you do get on here and you turn to us and you look to us and you do talk to us in those states. You're showing us, one, how your soul levels up. I take a note to that. I've noticed every time how you gradually level up mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And it's taught me a lot. And it's helping me understand and understand to do that for other people. And sit back and listen, sit back and be that for somebody. You won't get everything. We are not going to get everyone's journey, everyone's walk. But to listen and to sit back and say, I love you. And I know you probably don't have that love around you. And if you have to be that person that you see the person that's bashing them, you learn how to navigate with each person and you learn each person by listening. But if you got to be like, girl, your mama ain't shit, because let me tell you something. You're going to be the best motherfucking mother because you've seen what you went through, you've seen what you've gone through, and you're about to elevate. And let me tell you something. You're going to be the parent that they wish that they were to you. And that's the kind of thing that I look forward to. I think of myself as, because I want to be the parent that I always wanted. And that's how I'm going to close that out. But I definitely am here for anyone that wants to talk. I understand. I understand. And I love you all. And I really do get it.
Love you too. Real quick, don't forget there's the national hotline you can call. It's the National Suicide Hotline if you really just need to talk to someone. So as this was happening, let me try to hurry up and get this out before my shit start to load and reload and fuck up again. This is what the spirit said. So if somebody can write it down and put it in the chat, it's something I'm probably gonna have to add to the Bible. EEFOMI, E for me. This is not my thought. This feeling isn't real. Come help me, Adina. Guide me, Yehuda. Okay. So I want you to be able to call that out and say that. E, and I'm spelling it so you'll know it's E for me. I don't know what the hell that means, but that's what the spirit just told me. And that's that they told me to spell it EEFOMI. E for me. E for me, this is not my thought. This feeling isn't real. Come help me, Adina. Guide me, Yehuda. So make sure you can say that at all costs at any time. Carbon, we're going to run a commercial, and then I have a great idea that maybe we can try to work out at some point. So let's run a commercial, Carbon.
Okay. Everybody, we're going to be right back right after this commercial, y'all. right, y'all. We back.
Eh, we-
We back.
Okay, I have such a great idea, and I would love to put it together. I'm thinking that if we can make it happen after the holidays, meaning after December, I would love for us to get together and go out to California and do a live panel show for Let's Have the Conversation. I think that would be so awesome sauce if we can make that happen, and maybe I could put together an event while I'm out there and we can do something. But I think that would be so awesome sauce.
In my genome voice. Hell yeah. Okay.
I
Please
mean,
do
I don't
that.
know if it's gonna be feasible for everybody, but we're gonna make something happen. We'll make something shake. I think that would be so
We'll make
dope.
it happen.
Yes,
I
Yes.
guess I make
I
Maybe
sure
we
love
we
could,
that
need to be more
idea.
like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Like more like-minded
right?
individuals. I think that's what it is. Like
Absolutely.
right now, like I feel like this programming, this matrix is getting the best of me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
Y'all come to
like it.
California. We
Like
cutting up. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
it's hard to shake. You know what I'm saying? But like when I get on the show and I see you guys' faces and knowing that we all been through something, but we still here. You know what I'm saying? And we speaking this shit. It's just all love for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything. Like I look forward to everything, the chats, the lives, the just everything. I look forward to this. Like cause when I'm not here with you guys, I have to go face this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not saying by myself, but I in a way I do. You know what I'm saying? I have to go look at this world and be able to walk in it and knowing what I know. You know what I'm saying? And it's not an easy thing. It's not at all. It's not easy.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
Chaz, can I okay, so okay, how do I usually put my words together, but when it's situations like this, okay, the lessons that governance gives is not only in the classes and the words that she relays. It is sometimes in her actions where you gain the greatest lessons. And I find familiarity in certain decisions and movements, and we've spoken about that when we've talked before, balled on the phone before with each other. Governance taking this step back is so enlightening to me because she may say she's taking a step back, but she's taken so many steps forward as she has taken a break from what it is that we set as an expectation for her to do on a daily basis. Sometimes societally, when society puts these expectations on you and standards that you had no part of helping to create, it helps to break you down. Maya, I know I assumed that Maya was in a space because when I made the post about Ray J, where I was talking about the most fucked up parts of depression, Maya was the first to comment and said, I needed this, but I left it open to her to come to me if she felt the need to share, but I still kept one eye. I was having the same thoughts. I went to Ro. Ro said driving from work, he was thinking if he went ahead and crashed, his the insurance would help us more than he could hear. So I'm noticing like when we speak about programming, especially hearing it from someone with his strength, it broke me. Like I don't even want to think about it anymore because I don't want him to think about it. When society starts to affirm those beliefs or thoughts, I wouldn't even call it a belief because I'm not going to give it that much power. Those thoughts that enter your mind, when society starts to confirm those things and it starts to look like everything around you matches what it is you're feeling, that is your moment to know that this is not from me and I don't accept it. And to then say the reverence to Ifomi that we were just blessed to receive. And pay attention to the movements that governance is making, going back and being with her babies, going into the kitchen to relive moments that made her the happiest, doing exactly what she promised herself before anyone the fuck else. Going back and finding why she fell in love with it in the first place. What does Chaz love to do? What does Jose love to do? What puts a smile on Charming's face? What makes Maya and Governess elated? What makes Carbon feel his best? And those are the things that you stick to. Solitude and serenity is so key. It is so key because when you strip away all the bullshit, all the human shit, you find the core to your being. and you're allowed the opportunity to tap into your soul purpose, which is what all of this conditioning is trying to pull us away from. So just go back to that. Go back to the core of what makes Chaz happy. That's what I've had to do, to where now I can say, nah, fuck that. That ain't me. I mean, the thoughts still come, but remember, it's a simulation. Trojan horses, malware. The thoughts will come, and you still have the control. Meditation, reprogram the program to X those pop-ups out when they pop up in your mind.
Absolutely.
I love
And
you.
Chaz, the feelings are not yours. Like she said, the me, the thought isn't yours because the situation is no longer yours. You did everything you needed to do, including change the shit that you needed to change. Now you have to pull you out of their programming. Leave that virus the fuck behind and let it explode wherever the fuck it needs to explode. The feeling is not yours. It doesn't belong to you. Return that shit to sender.
I
Now,
just wanted to say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry,
just
repeat.
want to go into White Lives Matter.
Okay.
No, but
Okay.
go ahead, Jose. I want you to speak first. Yeah,
Okay. I was just gonna say it's like a journey of like tapping into your inner child again. And now that we knew figured out what we figured out, it's like we all need to go back
yeah,
into our childhood and rebirth. It's like
yes,
we all are becoming baby phoenixes again. That's all I was
yeah.
gonna say. But back to the white girls matter.
And and if it makes anybody feel any better, all day, every day, return to center. That's all I say in my head aloud. Cause yeah, literally, return to sender. That ain't me. Return to center. That is not me. Return to sender. And I feel like a crazy
Yeah.
person, but I know it's not me. So, white people. I mean, genomes matter. What happened now? Who was talking with the White Lives Matter? Who was that? Kanye and them.
Yes, Candace Owens, and she has a documentary coming out about Black Lives Matter. Malika,
Oh, we weren't going to give any background on the story. I'm sure everyone knows
yeah,
already.
I want you to.
Okay, so Kanye, it was for Fashion Week, right? Fashion Month. They call it a week, but it's really a month. Whatever that means, because we know that time is. Anyway,
Yeah,
so he decided he was going to rock this White Lives Matter shirt on the runway, and Candace Owens, as well as Lauryn Hill's daughter, rocked it as well. So when we spoke previously, um, cousins, be easy on me now. I was saying that I low key agree, high key actually. I'm not even gonna front. I high key agree with the shirt that he had on, and I will tell you why. Cut Kanye out the conversation because he ain't paying none of my bills and he ain't taking care of none of my children and he ain't sent me on no private islands, the ones that don't have the pedophiles on them in the last months, years, whatever. So forget him. But what I saw in that moment was the truth. And the reason that I feel that way is because for me, the conversation always ends up about the genomes. In every situation, it is proven that what his shirt said is actually true. Beyond that, we have a system, a program that was set up for us called Black Lives Matter, the movement. And even in that, as Melanites, that Melanite stole the money that was given for that movement and has done $1 million renovations to her home. So even within the Black Lives Matter movement, the power is given away. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Melanites weren't hired for the jobs that were on her property. I'm pretty sure that she didn't ensure that they were all Melanites that came back there and helped her fix up her gorgeous mansion. On top of that, without that movement, genomes, white folk wouldn't even have a reason to speak on White Lives Matter. They would not have been creative enough to come up with that slogan for there to even be a shirt in the first place. But again, the conversation always turns back around on them. The power in essence is given to them, even what most refer to themselves as gratitude for governance and the deities for giving us Melanites, so that we no longer have to refer to ourselves as Black. I was sitting in a panel on a different platform, and King Los was speaking on the fact that black is actually originally a Germanic term. So even the phrase that we claim ourselves as stands for White Lives Matter. Soros is the one that funded. He funded Black Lives Matter, but the face of it, Charity, what I'm saying is the face of it was us. No matter who funded it, they think they so slick and they're going to give us our face to look back at so we feel comfortable because our sisters got us. But even within that, we were played. And there you go, Charity. Once again, the white life matters in that because that's the person who funded it to where people don't even know if it's them who started it or not. This is just how I feel about it. And I feel like it's a wake-up call that went over a lot of people's heads. And it really sunk in. I think there was a text message between Kanye and his dad, who was originally a Black Panther. That's Ro again going through the background. Don't mind y'all. There was a conversation between the two of them where the dad said, well, you ain't tell a lie, or something along those lines. And I don't feel like the shirt is a lie. And I feel like it's really just stating the obvious. We have the ability to change that. But right now, I don't really think we can argue it because it's pretty much the truth. One more thing. Let's not forget about, being that governors talked about TikTok yesterday, let's not forget what governors stated. A lot of these young kids that come up with these dances got about 115, maybe 1,000, maybe 5,000 views. But you have, again, WLM, these individuals, genomes from these other places that come along and they do the same dance and they get the popularity. And even when we cry out that it was stolen from us, nobody cares and says that we're complaining, even our own. I don't care about what their response is. I'm talking about our response. We run with the trend and we don't want to hear the rest because it's like how they scoop the pedophile in the family under the carpet. We don't talk about that. We don't discuss that. Let's talk about the other stuff. Just calm down. Like, why you want to, then you fit into all of the norms. I don't see the lie in what he rocked. And I feel like since it is the precedence and we usually rock on our clothes, whatever society standards and norms are, I can't be mad at him for it. Be mad at me if you want. I
Didn't
still love you.
didn't like one of ain't the Jews mad at them or something like that because of this statement or something?
Yes. His personal
Okay.
trainer, not, it wasn't the White Lives Matter shirt, but I guess he
Oh.
made some I do not follow him on any platforms. I never had a need to. I already gave you the reasons why. He doesn't do anything for me. He has a few songs that me and my son love to rock to in the car. That's about it. But he has a personal trainer that has also been his friend for over 15 years. I don't know his name either. I don't care. He is upset because of the fact that Kanye made some anti-Semitic, some comments against Jewish people on his Twitter. And when he went on that rant, his personal trainer felt the need to speak out and say he doesn't understand why so many had so much to say about WLM, but they had nothing to say about the Jews when Kanye was making disparaging remarks. But it seems like this group of beings have caught on because Kanye's, I believe it's an HBO special or some TV special, just got caught because they said that he continued the rhetoric. It got cut, sorry. He continued the rhetoric in the interview. And so they completely cut the episode with him on it because he continued. And you know who runs the media. So I'm going to just leave it at that.
All right. What's up,
I
Carmen?
found the tweet. Well, I found one of the tweets. It's funny. I can see why they would be mad, but also it's funny. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is I actually can't be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. He's not talking about regular Jewish people. He's talking about Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I read something else, probably that offended them as well. Is he said something along the lines of somebody asked him who created cancel culture, and he said Jews created cancel culture. So that probably rubbed them the wrong way as well. Just saying.
My thing is this: I so agree with Malika, and I understand what she's saying. And listen, don't kill me either. But this is what I feel like. I feel like anything to take the focus off of Melanites, where the Black Lives Matter movement was really about homosexuality. It is always something to take the focal point off of the Melanite and the mistreatment of us. It's not a fucking secret. You know what I mean? It's not a secret that we're mistreated. What's that lady named Jane? Whatever the fuck. She says it all the time. She's made a point behind it. It is not a secret that we're mistreated. It's not like people know it. They're killing us in the street rapidly. Like, come on. Genomes fucking know that if it was their children that's being slaughtered in the street like this, it would have been stopped long time ago. This is not this is not something that's just started, and people keep wanting to say it as if, oh, but we matter. We fucking know we matter. We don't need no movement to say we matter. We fucking matter because we say we do. I agree.
Validation will always be the death of us. We want to be
Mm.
validated and affirmed so badly by our enemies and the ones that treat us with trauma. We get upset with them, but we go to them like, why don't you see me? Why can't you see me more? We talk, and this is the same even in crimes. We'll talk about the crimes that they commit to us, no matter what the percentages compared to our violence on each other. But when was the last time you saw a lot of the people who get upset when outsiders come in and hurt us? When your neighbor just shot your best friend, or somebody in your city just shot their wife. Black femicide is on the rise, and that's not going viral. These women's names are not being called.
Mm-hmm.
The shirt didn't lie. Because from what I see, from where I stand, the shirt didn't lie.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
I was gonna say that this distraction feels similar to, I think it was like a year ago, the Stop Asian Hate, when they were talking about Asian people were getting killed on the street because of COVID. And I hate to be this person, but it's really like I really felt like, why are you like, especially when it was Melanites who was like, stop. It was one of those things where it's like, it's so obvious that they're trying to distract you or create some false narrative so that you can, feel sorry. But it's like the truth of what was going on has been told, was been told. So it was like they were just trying to like recreate this narrative, but we already knew like it didn't necessarily come from the Asian factories. It didn't necessarily come from whatever. So that's just what it reminds me of them just trying to bring somebody else. Oh, we have to bring, another minority out because, they love the POC title. So,
Yeah. So also, I sent to the group, you guys, the video of the gentleman, the white guy, genome guy, that's talking about the Disney bags, and our people is like, oh, please bring him to the barbecues. Like, let's give him our props. He's our grandpa. First of all, he's very racist. He's very prejudiced. I don't care what people say. I understand it at the first glance. It's like, oh, okay, no. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? He told you to your face that he felt like, what was it? Arabic people. He felt like that they were all terrorists and they kill everybody. Like, stop it. You're saying really racist shit, and then you're trying to make it seem like you're at first of all, you're at a child's birthday party. And they're laughing like they said he knows exactly, but somebody pointed out he has on a shirt that says blue lives matter. He was not for us. He's saying a whole bunch of shit that made no sense. He's like actually trying to romanticize our movement and make it to be how we would come to the woke table, because he kept using that, the woke table, as if he understood. If you are woke, then you would understand. He's mocking. I watched it like 5 times. I had to, because I
Gotcha.
was like, I don't know about this. It doesn't feel right to my soul.
Mhm.
It felt very
Yeah.
sarcastic. And I was like, let me just get up off of this real quick before I start judging, because I don't know, but it felt like something just ain't right. Something ain't right.
Yes. And we just want to be, the reason why I even brought it up is because, like I said, we want to be a part of something. We don't need to be a part of something. We don't need that Little Mermaid, like you said last time. We don't need that shit. We come with everything. We're equipped. The fuck. We don't need genomes. Genomes will come to a fucking cease if we say so. We just ain't said so. I don't need shit from them. I've turned the whole scenario around. Back in the day, you couldn't look them in the eye. I don't even look at them, period, because you're not important enough for me to look at you.
You either?
Genome talking to me about my motherfucking hair. I kept getting my shit, yeah, Go ahead on. Why are you talking to me? You don't even have the right
Treat
to talk to me. Be good.
treat them like the nuisance, like the nuisance they tried to say we were back in the day. I know what you're saying because I
Absolutely.
did the same thing.
Absolutely.
Like, why are you even
Absolutely.
talking to me? What do you want? What?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I was looking for a post that connects to what you just said, Governess. I cannot find it, but if I find it, I'll send it to you all in the chat, and hopefully we can share it in the future. But in regards to the Dahmer Netflix LGBTQ, they took the hashtag off because people were complaining, and this young Melanite man had presented the argument that why would you ever allow them to do that? You help them in so many ways cover up the fact that there is genocide within your specific LGBTQ community and that it is a genome who committed it against Melanite men. No, let the hashtag stand, because you can't just keep looking clean and shiny to everybody because this is y'all category of people. The truth is the truth. And he was saying how caught up the community is in the fact that they would allow them to remove this hashtag, which showed the truth. And then he even brought up Life Jennings and how Life Jennings came out and said that Dahmer had asked him to sing. They were in prison together, and that he actually sang. And I'm going to try to find this video, but he broke it down. Even in that situation, how we just run with whatever it is that they said. And we look for their approval so much that now, even in that, we've allowed them to look better than they are when it needs to be attached to it, because it is in their community and it is an LGBTQ issue. And it's something that they need to be aware of, that even in that, Melanites have been harassed and tortured by the Genome Society. So it fit what you were saying a moment ago. And it was very eye-opening for me.
Yeah, because they get so angry if you don't speak to them, don't want to look at them. You know, I've seen many of videos where they have called the police. Well, she didn't speak to me, bitch. Who the fuck are you?
Right. Where
You
does it
better
say I
go to the
have
Roman
to?
Catholic and tell them something in the motherfucking box, bitch, because I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, that is their pet peeve. To be ignored, that is their pet peeve. They can't stand that shit at
At
all.
all.
At all whatsoever. We're coming up on the hour mark. You want to go and take this next commercial?
We definitely can.
Okay. Y'all, we're gonna be right back in a
After
minute.
these messages.
I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be nameless, give them no clout, I give them no power. Creators built different, they ancient, sooner than later, all will be ours. I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a common, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not come for the people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get uglier. Ain't no problem. Equation, presence, noted, observation. I'm not new here, reborn, creation. Come and find me, sending location. Ain't no problem when I'm not equation. Presence, noted, observation. I'm not new here, reborn, creation. Come and find me, sending location. They call me a siren. You never receive my guidance. Don't give it all in, don't fight it. Find your pain, ignite it. Who's thinking more defiant? You'll never be compliant. Yet I gotta tell to silence. It's so much more than a mindset. Gotta stop right now, gotta change it. Take it all back, reclaim it. Don't bite your tongue, just say it. Don't get your price, they waited. Yet time to break down the matrix. They know that the mind can play tricks. Their message is clear, it's blatant. It's blatant.
And we back, y'all. We back. I know something we didn't touch on. I know everybody wanted to touch on this, I think. Um, Kim K and Whitney, the voicemail of it all.
Oh, please. Let's hear you guys. Let's go.
Yeah, I heard it. She was just talking major trash, and I'm like, yeah, how are you talking trash about this woman?
She's a
And
Kardashian.
but you've done more than what she's done, huh? Anywho,
So
A talentless bitch always got something to say. Go ahead, Maya.
Candace Owens, on whatever show, broadcast, podcast, whatever, she was basically, she's been on this rant about the Kim for a minute now. And she came across, or maybe somebody sent her a recording of a voicemail message that she left on Ray J's answering machine, I guess. And she was, I believe that they said that she was kind of at that time, however long this message has been around, she was upset because Ray J was garnering more popularity, I guess, after the sex tape situation, more so than she was. And so once he started getting notoriety is what led her to sending him this voicemail. And she was doing a lot of shit talking. She basically said that Whitney Houston was definitely a crackhead and that his family is full of crackheads, and just a bunch of shit about him, about his family, about like their relationship, how she never wanted him to contact her again, that they were over, and blah, blah, blah. So, whatever the fuck, that's what she did. And so,
your claim to fame is being fucked and sucking. I'm just saying, that's your claim to fame. Like, how could we really? You ain't saying
I was
nothing.
gonna
You
say
ain't
that.
there's no telling what you've been snorting up your nose, in your
right.
mouth, in your anus,
Your
in
hoo
your
ha.
vag, in your
Yeah,
belly
what
button, in
pills
your
you put in your
ears,
cool?
you know what I mean, in your scalp, whatever.
Jose, where
Like,
did you go?
I'm right here. I'm
We
right
can't
here.
we can't see you.
Oh my god. Hold on. Probably because I was coming for the Kim. How about now? How
No,
about now?
do
Oh my
not pass.
gosh.
Do not collect $200.
How
So
about now?
Jose, you trying to say she used that lock of Marilyn's hair to cut your camera off?
I was going to. And I was gonna say that's why Taylor Swift outed you, girl. She threw you out there. Okay, maybe I gotta come back. They've
Okay.
been getting me all night.
Somebody has said that they're doing work, spell work on Ray J because of the shit that he was doing, and he don't even realize that that's what's happening. Let's not forget those bitches are witches. You know what I'm saying? They are using our power. Oh
Right.
And if you're confused about it, just look at Chloe fingers and you know that we telling the
I
truth.
mean, chicken shit. You hear me? Listen, stop
I had that
playing.
thought too. I thought it was a marketing ploy and it was one of those little rituals, and they using Ray J as the energy force.
Definitely agree to that.
Most
It's
likely.
done on him because all of a sudden he comes out talking about I'm about to do this and I'm about to expose y'all. They already exposed, but now all of a sudden now he's going through these depressions. He don't know what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden,
Right. Right.
Kanye.
Do y'all think the same magic or whatever they're using on that they're using on these female rappers with the Cardi B and the Akbar and the all that? Because it's all mess, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they read through their contracts. I think they
Most
see
people
and stuff they never came from, so they just automatically sign. I don't think they sit up there and understand what they're getting their stuff into. You know what I'm saying? Until they into it. You know what I'm saying? And even if then, it's kind of like, how do I reach out to someone? How can I do this? How can I do that? Which is so funny to me that they come to watch governance videos. You know what I'm saying? Which is so funny to me is that y'all sit up here and be these bots and be coming in the videos and watching and lurking because y'all have no one to run into because y'all done got yourself into some shit you can't get out of. You know what I'm saying?
you're in too deep.
I feel like, it's standard for when you write or when you sign a contract, especially whether you read it well, even if you don't read it, the contract is pretty standard, and it says whatever obligations both parties have to follow. The problem is, I think that these contracts are like at will. It's like, hey, I know what it says, but whatever I decide to throw on you, spur of the moment on a whim, you still have to do it. And it's like, hey, that's not what was in the contract. It doesn't matter. It's a piece of paper that we just make you feel like you got to sign for the importance, just for business purposes. But that's not really what this is. So by the time they find that out, it's like, well, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, either way, I got to do it, because they can still take away everything that I think that I've worked so hard for.
You think they played on their intentions
Yeah.
when they signed? Because it has to be a signature. Like somebody it has to be another act. You know what I'm saying? It's not until they sign and put their signature on it that everything, must come with it afterwards. Because with no signature, you're not bound to do anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
But what if it was like blood? They could have like swiped you and you didn't even know it when you shook their hand. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a verbal agreement. It's not just written.
Maya J, I'm so glad you said that, because as soon as Chaz said signing, do you guys remember it's an old movie, We're Back? And when the two little kids, it's about the dinosaurs. The two little kids go to the circus, but instead of signing their name, he pricks their finger and then they put it on the contract, and then their name writes out from their blood on the contract. And so I just kind of had that thought too. So I definitely feel like it's probably something in blood or something, and it's probably just not clicking that it's a little bit more serious than they assume.
I've even heard of those type of situations with those contracts. You see it's printed there, but there's actually something underneath that writing that you can see that you're actually signing in a lot of situations as well. So that's something to think about too.
When they say they're gonna get stuff back in blood, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You sign, but back in blood, we gonna take your soul. You know what I'm saying? Back in blood, we gonna make sure you don't. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make sure you do what we say it is that we need you to do. You know what I'm saying?
I have a theory on it. Let me try to get it out really quickly before my shit fuck up again. My theory is this: that all of the people that get into the industry, whether that's film or music, they now know what we learned in our classes the other day. Right? They have that great understanding. And so they have the choice of either, hey, there's two ways out of here: the motherfucking steps, the window, you know what I'm saying? Or you're going to sign a contract. That's your two ways. You're out the window or you're going to sign a contract. Now, if you sign the contract, you still can be you on certain times and certain days and in certain ways. But we're going to need you, because we need to formulate our agenda. We need you to help with this agenda. We need your melanite body, one, for the energy, and we need some of your blood, because they're going to drink that and take that as well. Plus, we need you to help push this agenda, whether that's the homosexual agenda from a bisexual woman here. Love pussy, don't get me wrong. Just saying. What am I? I'm just saying. Seriously. The homosexual agenda or the killing of the melanite operation, kill tactic number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is an agenda that's happening here, and you're gonna either go out the fucking window or you're gonna sign on it. I'm just saying.
It
They
reminds
know.
me of that.
They know what we now know.
Yeah,
No, go ahead,
absolutely.
Carmen.
No, it's funny. It just reminds me of that scene from what was it, State Property, one of the movies. Either you gonna get down or you gonna lay down. Which one?
I was going to say it's a good representation for other people to think about. It's like the Hunger Games, how PETA kept being in the game kind of thing, and the concept of it all. You have to play. Like you don't want to play, but you have to play. And it's now that kind of option for you. You're going to play, and you're going to play how Quatita always says, you're going to play ball. You're going all the way this time,
Yeah.
or it's no way.
You got to pay to play for sure.
Absolutely.
So it is very easy to, okay, I'll put it this way. I just took a sip of that Stella Rosa on that whole Maya governance thing just now. So us being here, if you think back to when you first came into the cousin circle, this home that governess has built for us, this beautiful home. We are very easily, we understand it here. We have become this space. When we leave here, we reflect this when we walk out into other spaces. That is what the industry is. Where I come from, with the experiences I've had in the industry, the rooms I've sat in and looked around like, is this y'all really having this conversation right now? I've been in room with church folk who are, some of the most like popular money-making producers that you've ever seen, choreographers, artists in a room talking about other individuals that they know they do business with and the evilest shit that they've done. And it's kind of like, okay, we talked about that. What's the next track? When you are in that space, I don't even, like, the contract is probably the least of it, because they become that, especially if you are weak. Those that don't become it are the ones that you see outside of it that don't get invited to the Grammy parties. You have people who are fake, one, who get in where they fit in, that they need the attention, they need the camaraderie, they want to be in that space so bad that they would give up their children without a contract, without money. So just imagine the ones that would sign the contracts, what they're capable of. It is really a danger. The entertainment industry is a dangerous world. And I just watched a video on India Ari speaking on this, and she really went in depth. One of the things that had stood out to me that she said was in regards to how dangerous this space is when it comes to entertainment. And she said, people overlook music, but realize the Me Too movement never moved into the music field. It stayed within the actors in entertainment. And that lets you know where the real bottom of the bucket is when it comes to these situations. Because nobody even spoke up in music at that time. It was like a little one here, but that big thing that happened within that realm of entertainment never happened with music, especially the Melanite circuit of music. It's dangerous. And so I can see everything that you all said, I agree with. And I just wanted to add that fact that there are also some individuals that don't even need to see the contract before they're ready to give up and sell out on anyone, including themselves and their families.
Very
It's
true.
disgusting.
But that's why, example, Diddy. Remember he had a show back in the day when he was making the band? And he always to say, you're not hungry enough. You're not hungry enough. You're not desperate enough to do what I want you to do when I want you to do it. That's all that means. That's
Like
all
Jermaine Dupri.
that means. They want you hungry and desperate. So you will jump through any hoop and do anything that they want you to do to be where you say you want to be. It's
Can I do
sad.
a quick story time on that show? I tried out for it. Well, almost. I waited in the line overnight with my cousin, my friend cousin. Maya and Governess have met her before. We waited in the line in Miami. We were maybe the third one in line, right? And they told us that we were going to sing India Ari, I am ready for love. Nobody else in the line knew her song. I knew it because that was the genre I listened to. When they came out and they said, so this is what you're going to have to do. First of all, you're signing a contract before you can sing, right? No lawyers are present. You have to sign a contract in line. That's why most of the individuals, even for American Idol, you sign a contract before you even audition, and definitely after you audition that says for a time frame, whether it's 10 years or 7 years, if you make it onto the show, you cannot release music. You cannot do anything whatsoever as an artist. But anyway, they said the thing about the contracts, they said you're going to have to be in a group. You're going to have to accept whatever the challenges are. You're going to have to do choreography. Remember, I was third in line and they were already telling me, the people that worked for them, oh yeah, you're going to make it to the next step. I walked off the line. Do you know that everybody that was up there had said, you're going to walk away from Diddy, including the people he had dressed up, you know, in the line, making sure that everybody was right. You're going to walk away from Diddy? I said, absolutely. So as I'm walking away, I was like, did I do the right thing? And my cousin had said to me, if that didn't just prove to you that you did not need to be there, the way all of those people were just willing to be like, it's him, so beg and walk away from your standards of what you have set for yourself, that's all you need to know. It's so true. That's what that is.
Absolutely.
He's
I'm so
definitely
mad.
not
I've missed everything.
Oh.
Oh Oh,
It
I was
clicked
gonna
out
say
and
she's
came
not
back
lying
and
about
she said, "That's what that is."
that. She was giving us a story about she tried out for making the band, and
Yeah.
she was just running us through
Almost.
that experience. Oh, well, go for it. No,
I
tell
saw.
her.
I know. I heard about the contract, and you
Okay.
can't sing anything after that. And then they cut out, and then came back, and she was like, "And that's what it is." And so I
I
missed
walked
everything.
off the
Go ahead, Mike.
I walked off the line, but all of the people in the line were the epitome of what you all were just saying. They were like, "Oh, you're just going to walk away from Diddy like you're because you want something specific or because it doesn't match up with your standards for what you see for your career. You're willing to walk away like how dare you?" Which lets you see already that it's a line of thousands of people who are going against a lot of what they said they would never do as an artist just to get the opportunity to sing for his staff, not even him. So when he's present, yes, most will grovel, beg, bark, and do whatever it takes to be able to be one of Diddy's girls or guys.
Okay,
And that was it.
gratitude, gratitude.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
and I
Maya
was
J.
yes,
I'm
Margaret,
sorry,
please.
Kirby.
Oh, it's okay. It was just real quick. I was just gonna say that he's definitely looking less sick these days. Since I guess the people must have sent in whatever he needed them to send via email, because he's looking a lot more healthy these days. Ever since he did
Haven't even
that.
seen them. I haven't even seen them.
Yeah, like so for those of you who don't know, like a few weeks back, Diddy was like put a APB out on social media saying that he needed y'all. He needed y'all energy, he needed y'all bodies, he needed y'all blood, he needed y'all to email him. All the creatives is what he was asking
Please,
for.
oh my God, please,
He was sick unto death. He was about to
please.
die. He was on
Come
his
on,
So,
last
please,
leg.
y'all.
Like his
I'm
so you
trying
skin
to
was
saying
save.
extra black.
I'm trying to fix it.
He hadn't slept in days. He had like the zombie look. Like, and today, like he's a million
so
bucks.
so, so you telling me
I promise God.
he's gotten his fill of booty holes and souls? Is that what you say?
I was gonna say they must have been on his
He
ass
probably
because he.
didn't sign some souls on a contract.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's all I heard was I need booty holes and souls. That's all I heard. That's what I heard. I've been hearing a lot of them saying that lately. Bro, Timmy, yes, a lot of them out there. Oh, what are they saying now? I'm in the position. They all got the same line. God's put me in the position, and I want to get some new. They all say the same thing. It's a script. They all looking for booty holes and souls. This is what it
He
is.
came back on, and all I heard was booty holes and souls.
that's what. That's what it is. Every last one of them. Every last one of them
Oh
give you that
shit!
same speech. They looking for booty holes and souls. It's just what it is.
And
Anyway.
the little undercover line, they're fighting demons. That's one too to throw out there. If people need to hear that, they're fighting demons. Mm.
He said 3 years ago he promised God. We don't know what God he's talking about. His God is a whole different motherfucker than what we think about. And you promised them, that's a contract to me. That is a covenant. Come on, we better listen to what the fuck he's saying. What did he promise him? He promised them what?
Mm.
Nah. Eh.
Hmm.
An opportunity to shit in his mouth is what he promised them. Hell.
Ah. Oh
Okay,
God.
Maya. And no
Oh.
lies have been told, Peter Nygar.
Right. Right. Too funny. That's some sick shit, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. Um, guys, want to do? Anybody else want to
Going
touch on
for,
this subject?
going forward. Oh, okay.
Oh, I was just asking. Yeah, we can move forward. So let's jump into AI, y'all. The AI agenda. Jose, the TV
Yes.
show. Well, let us know what's going on with that.
Okay. Let me look for the little post. I got you.
But why he's trying to find it, we can just kind of talk about it. Um, everybody's got the Ring cameras now, and so Amazon is putting together some type of show where they are taking footage from people's Ring cams, whether it's exterior or interior, and making a show out of it, and it's just absolutely insane. Jose, take it
I got the
away.
video.
Doesn't it seem a little weird that Ring cameras, the same company that's owned by Amazon that makes smart doorbells and smart home cameras, is using the footage from those cameras to make an entire show? MGM Television, which is also owned by Amazon, just announced that the show is going to be called Ring Nation. It's going to be hosted by Wanda Sykes, and it's coming out in 2 weeks. Oh, and fun footnote: Ring currently has partnerships with more than 1,800 or 1
Okay. I just thought it was very strange, and it should let people know that one, they're picking and choosing what they want to take out, and they clearly are always watching like Big Brother, and it's like their own incentive of America's most funniest videos, and they're putting that in a show without the discretion of a lot of you really knowing, and you're willing to go on, and I'm pretty sure when you do find out consent, you're still okay with it because you're getting money, because it's going to be your face and something funny that happened. But the severity of it is they're always watching you, like constantly. That's the severity of it.
Yeah, it
And
almost gives
so
me.
I brought it up when we did our little meeting, so I want the people to know in addition to this too. In addition, Roomba, the vacuum, the little circle vacuum on the ground that just automatically goes through your house. Um, Apparently it tracks and maps your house. So it knows the rooms, it knows, kind of generally where your furniture would be, stuff like that. And Amazon just bought Roomba. So that's another, privacy violation that you probably should be aware of, in addition to the Ring cameras, especially because those are two things that, people like. I feel like people tend to get them when it's like, okay, I got a little extra money and let me go, spend. So, yeah, be careful with the Roombas and the Ring cameras.
And we get these things to protect our privacy, but they're
Should have
not
bought
your
a
privacy.
Google Nest.
You
No, but even even the Google Nest, I actually have one. Listen, sometimes we had this conversation, cousins, about my love for technology, right? And it's a battle between me and my bae because I love it. I feel like, okay, try me if you want to. You're gonna end up putting up some footage that ain't gonna hurt my feelings, but may hurt the feelings of half of society and get you pulled down. Like for instance, when I walk out my house, I twerk my ass in front of my Google Nest just in case they're watching. Sometimes I flick it off because Ro has convinced me that they are watching. So go ahead, put up a whole show. Because when I sue you for them royalties, unless I didn't read that contract like governors told me to, and it says that they don't have to pay me when I press agree to the terms of agreement. I don't know. However, I don't know. For me, sometimes the fear for what they can do outweighs or doesn't outweigh the fear of these crazy ass people that be pulling up in the neighborhood that feel like they could just walk up to your door, walk in. I just had to check somebody today that came here to sell something, and he ended up getting scared because Ro pulled up at the same time. But my son and I are at the door, the camera's on him, and we got the thing open, the blinds, and we're asking him, what do you want? And he's just standing there staring at us like this. In that moment, post whatever you want of me, Amazon, because I need his face mapped out so my husband can find exactly who the hell was at the front door if he ends up being somebody who's crazy. So I will always say, as much as I know that it is against us with these advancements in technology, I still subscribe to some of them. But we do have to be careful with which ones we're subscribing to and have our shotguns ready at the same time.
I want to say this. Technology technically is very neutral. It's who controls the technology makes it evil. And I'll leave that at that.
Agreed.
I agree as well.
Yeah, I agree as well. Wasn't there? Did y'all see the police officer that I sent to our group chat that was kind of lurking around those people's houses? Um, he was like on the front door. He was caught by the Ring camera. Like
Yeah.
he was lurking at the door and shit. Like some of that shit. Like we have to ask ourselves, like, what was that about? But I know somebody in the meeting said that the Ring camera also captures things on the inside of the house, right? So they're
Well, yeah,
not
if you
just doing the show on the outside.
That's if you put it on the inside of your house, but most
house.
people use it for like I have it on my front door. I would never put a camera inside because I already know how they can hack. Not even the government, but just people, individuals. If they have your IP address, they can hack into your cameras, your security system, all of that, and they can see through your camera on your computer, on your phone, everywhere. And there's been cases where they've recorded people and posted it And even if the movie with the man who ran away to Russia or wherever, he was working for the government, and he ended up telling on the government to all U.S. citizens that they were watching, because as he's looking through, I think he saw footage of his own family members or something like that, because they're watching through the computer cameras. So yes, it's all over. And governess, that's another situation, because you are absolutely right with that police officer. He tried to cover up the camera to hide the fact. And I still feel like he was trying to traffic that young lady. I still feel like he had something to do with one of those rings of people, because he drove past, he checked, they have it on film, he checked her tag. The tag did not match the address or the name that was on the paper that he had, and he still went to the door, tried to mess with it, and then tried to cover the camera at the same time. I'm glad that she had the camera in that moment, because we were able to see that it was documented, and he couldn't deny it, because I'm sure he turned his camera off to do it.
It was the gloves too that was really like why do you have these latex gloves on? It made you think, so what are you trying to do, something sinister here? And he didn't think of the context of there is something filming him. You just went to this store and you were going to act like whatever you what have you were going to do something. It showed you were going to do something. Anyone with common sense could tell, I'm not just going to go up here and with these latex gloves go on somebody's property and touch on things and be waiting at someone's door. And he wasn't there for just 2 minutes. It was like 5, 10 minutes. You're still lurking and posting around. It was weird and eerie.
You know what it makes me think of though, Jose? Like it makes me think of Big Brother. You know how they come on the news and they keep saying terroristic threatening, and things like that to make people fearful, like the vid and all this stuff. And now you're running out there to get jabs and shit like that. And so now they put certain things out there, and now people feel like they really need all of these cameras inside, outside, that kind of shit. And all it is you're helping them to set up to watch and monitor you. I really believe that. Big Brother like a motherfucker.
It's like the dark web that has always been underground. Now we're allowing it to be right there for them. It's like a platform. Like we
Yeah,
used to do this on the low. Now we're
yeah.
doing it in the open, and you're allowing us.
Hmm. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like we scaring people into getting cameras so we can watch you even easier. Yeah. And Malika, I just want to piggyback on what you were saying. Very true. I saw a video of a young
Sorry,
girl.
Carbon. Chaz, you have
Oh,
your fan on? Oh,
Uh-oh.
I think it's your signal. But sorry, the parents heard their child talking to somebody, and they were like, "Who the fuck is she talking to?" They go into the room, and somebody's talking to the baby on the camera with the speaker, because you can talk back through the cameras or whatever, and having fledged conversation. And that was not the first time they had been talking to this person. So yeah,
See?
yeah, it's
I
real.
don't trust them. I
Hmm.
don't.
Yeah, and for some reason, it seems like not the Nest, the Ring cameras seem to be the easiest ones to hack. I've noticed.
Mm, very
all
strange to
of
me.
it. All of it is a little scary. And with the Big Brother, when you said that, it's funny. I was looking at an article, and it was the words Big Brother were on there at the same time that you said it. So maybe I need to back up a little bit and maybe put my thumb over it. Maybe it's a sign for me. But
Speaking.
thinking about Alexa and Google Home, I don't know if any of you have experienced when you have just been in the house. If you have one, when your TV will say certain key phrases. Now we know that it's called wake words, where it wakes up. It's supposed to wake up the devices, although they're always listening. So like how you say, "Hey Alexa" or "Hey Siri," and they respond. Has your Apple Watch ever gone off and like you didn't even say her name, or a movie will be playing
My
and there'll be
phone
a
has done
certain
that.
keyword? Yes, it will
Yeah.
react. Yeah, so that Big Brother
I'd
thing,
be like,
there's
Siri, ain't nobody talking to you.
me too. Me
But
too.
I am listening. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody said in the chat, K Cam said if you change your settings, they can't hack it. I don't believe that. I believe they can hack whatever they want to hack.
Yeah, absolutely. I just saw a video the other day. We know about the cameras on the phones, right? That little camera at the top of the phone. Well,
Mm-hmm.
somebody just broke open their phone the other day, and right in the middle of the screen, behind shit, is another camera, y'all. So
And I Carbon, did you mean to put yourself on mute?
No, I didn't. But what I was saying, thank you, baby. No, what I was saying is, so like right here, this is where a camera would be instead of up here. They got them right here now, right in the
I
middle. So
believe
you,
it.
that's why they don't want you. You can't take out the batteries and shit out of your phone.
Yeah, I believe it.
I heard a hacker speak once, and he said no matter how much you think you can't get hacked, they will always find a way. And even the I never even my mind never went to the ease of hacking through going to okay, the example that she gave. I wasn't there. This is allegedly. Um she said that they could go into an AT&T store, whatever the phone store is, as long as they have your first and last name, they will go and boo up the chick that works at the desk and be like, my girl is mad at me. You know, my line is on her phone line, and they'll give the phone number. That's all they need. This is for Cash App hacks that they were speaking on at the moment. They'll go in and they'll boo up and make her feel like she's cute. The girl, they'll wait till the ugly one in their eyes is working. And then they'll say, I need an extra SIM card because I can't get into my phone. She locked me out because she caught me cheating. And the person will make them a copy of the SIM card. And now they have all of your stuff and your information. So there is always a way for them to get around what you think they can't get around. It's scary.
Very true. You can buy stuff on Amazon and close somebody's phone. Just saying. It's easy to do,
Wow.
y'all. If there's a will, there's a way. I'm just saying.
Always, yeah.
We are coming up on that. We are at the hour and a half mark. Let's go and do another commercial. Our last
All
commercial for the
right.
evening.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, be right back.
All right, and we back. We're gonna move this thing right along. Let's move it. Charming. Now, there's something about parasites and controlling people, and what is going on? Help us, because
Okay.
yes,
So, are you guys ready for this? So,
I don't know.
I try to pull up a couple of things. Okay, so this lesson is on parasites. So I was on a live and I heard this woman mention, parasites, and obviously like parasites is something that we talk about and discuss often, whether it be like physical or spiritual. And she was saying that there's a parasite called a disease called toxoplasmosis, and it's when you have a parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. So, or they shorten it to T. gondii. So, Carbon, you had mentioned something about cats and stuff like that, and you were spot on because my research, my short research, basically led me to show that. Okay, so the point of this is that these parasites, I guess, are known to make people want to commit suicide, have higher rates of committing suicide. And 7.2 people who with this parasite who are positive were 7.2 times 7.12 times greater risk of non-fatal suicide attempts, according to like a study. So not only that, I read that so they can live in virtually all warm-blooded animals, but cats, like domestic cats, are known as their definitive hosts because they can they can reproduce. They can reproduce inside of cats. They cannot reproduce inside of humans, even though they can live with inside of humans and other warm-blooded animals. So what was interesting is I was reading, and they did a research on rodents, and apparently there's a manipulation hypothesis that says that T. gondii affected rats have a decreased aversion to cat urine. And the reason why that's important is because it basically, as animals, they have an instinct to know that cat urine means cats, right? And so if you are not afraid of the cat urine as a rat, then you're still more likely to kind of roam within that area that cats exist. So essentially, these parasites are making these rats behave in a way that is that promotes survival for the parasite and not the rat. So so not only that, so let me see. So yeah, it lowers anxiety, it increases explorative behaviors in rats and stuff like that. So in humans, it said that basically, I seen that it said 50% of Americans have it, and I think like 70% of Africans have it. That was just like the quick numbers and stuff like that. So it said that you can get it from eating uncooked meat, beef, eggs, and also shellfish and stuff like that. I didn't really get to see if there's like any other specific ways that you can get it, but so yeah, it basically there's evidence that suggests that this parasite can affect human brains the same way as it could affect those mice and those rats. So yeah, very interesting stuff, considering parasites is heavily talked about amongst us, and we're also talking about suicide and having that feeling of suicide in general. So what do you guys think?
I'm thinking I might be okay because when I eat meat, it be this color when I get it on my plate. So I might be okay because everything I eat is this color. It's got to be done. That's just me. Anyway,
Well, parasites are living species anyway, and they talk to you anyway, and they are some of the reasons that you eat the junk food, eat the shit that you eat, even when you change your diet and you say I don't want it, but you say I have a craving for it, my mind keep telling me I want it. Those are the parasites that are calling you to that very item. So absolutely, Charming, it's disgusting. I've always heard it about cats, and that's another reason why they say you shouldn't have cats around your babies. Meanwhile, genomes have cats licking their babies in the mouths and all kind of shit, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, I don't know. Like Maya said, they like eating shit anyway. I don't know.
So
So
what it
I don't
is
know.
you can't get it through the skin. It has to be ingested. So that's why when you're pregnant, they tell you do not change cat litter at all. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but
Yes,
they tell you
yes.
do not change litter, dirty litter for a cat, because you can get this specifically. I had no idea it was related, but you could specifically get toxoplasmosis from the cat poop. If you somehow accidentally mix it with your blood by possibly not washing your hands. Yeah, Maya, you get it. Maya gets it.
we know they don't do that.
We did have this
Ooh,
discussion.
are we rolling into that? Are we rolling into that? Are we rolling into it? Is this the next topic? Are we
Let's,
rolling into it?
Let's
yes,
roll into
yes,
it. Perfect.
absolutely.
Let me take a deep breath. Okay. I I saw this podcast interview of two nasty, fucking nasty genome females, specifically talking about how they do not. It's not just a theory that Melanite women have. This is real. They do not wash their hands after they use the restroom. Quote unquote, I will definitely wash my hands if I shit, but if I pee, I'm not touching nothing. What I need to wash my hands for? I'll even, I'll even like if I pee and I'll come out the bathroom, like I'll pretend to wash my hands. I'll like turn on the water and just like leave out.
And like if you're a man and you have to wash your hands after you touch your dick, I mean that means your dick is dirty. That's all.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why just wash your fucking hands, genomes? Like, what are you talking about? Why are you not washing your hands Y'all, they said they don't. I've been in bathrooms where either genomes walked out without washing their hands, or they turn on the water really quickly, turn it off, and then you hear napkins. There was no time for you to soap up. You ain't hitting no soap. You ain't washing, like none of that. What do y'all think?
I
Mm,
do think it's a thing because Taylor Swift had went on, I forget what show it was, but she vocally said she did not wash like her legs, which lets you know like girl, you're coochie. Like you are missing your fat ma. You're not washing it. But I do believe that because I've seen it also with genome males. And even after they do the do, drop the do, they will do one wipe and it's like they put their fingertips under the water real quick
What
and
in
wash
the
on out.
fuck is that?
I don't know.
And then
I
they're
don't
quick to want to pick. Ooh, what is that, bitch? This? Get the
yeah.
fuck away from my
Or
food.
they
That's
want
what
to
it
share
is.
some food. Did you want to try it? No,
No,
bitch.
never.
No.
Is that it, Malika? Oh my God, play it, Malika.
I don't even want to play it
Hey
because
man.
I think about how many restaurants they work in,
Oh,
and
you
I
look
always wonder,
pretty.
girl, come on now, tell me more. Tell me stop. Keep going.
get it, sexy mama. Get in.
I think about how many restaurants, like, okay, when I go in the restaurant, I always wonder why do they have those signs up like employees must wash hands after using the restroom? Well, now we know, and here's the video.
You have to wash your hand after you pee. What are you, got a dirty dick? And why do girls have to wash it? We don't touch nothing. We don't even touch nothing. I get when you take a shit. Wash your hands. I will wash my hands when I take a shit always. Yes, but why do I have to wash my hands? For what? I'm not sticking my hand up my vagina. You have to wash your hand after you pee.
Mm,
So here's my thing. You don't have an ass. So your rib cage goes straight into your thighs. The esophagus, the spleen, your lung usage, all of that goes straight into the where the anus should be. So you can't not miss when you wipe touching that. Everything, whatever is down there that's left, you can't miss touching it. You smell it. You already don't bathe.
I don't know if my box is just fat, Maya, because listen, when I wipe, sometimes this part of my hand touches some shit. You hear me?
We
Like it's like,
fix. We
I go
we
from the front to
fix.
the back. It
We
touched stuff.
fix.
You know?
We fix. We are thicks. We're thickums. We're thickums. So we're gonna touch something.
That makes
I
me
know
think,
we're
my
gonna
J,
touch
that they're
something.
wiping from the back to the front. These bitches are nasty.
They are. Like everything, it's like all inclusive. Everything is right there. So you're gonna touch it. You're
don't they
gonna
give
That's
you
one
touch
shitty
thing
it.
pussy?
he said correctly. He said there's too many white bitches on this planet. He said that shit correct, whether he was saying some bullshit or not. He said there's too many white bitches on this planet, and they use their big eyes to suppress black men. That's all I know. And they not wiping their asses properly and not washing their hands. I'm just saying.
And then you go put you here, taste this, and you put it in his mouth,
I
or you do this, and then the lights fly out. You know the toss thing that they do.
don't know. That hat is fucking fire. That's all I've been wanting to say all night. But
Her
okay,
whole
go
look
ahead.
is fire tonight.
Gratitude, you
Period.
guys. Gratitude.
Period. Yeah.
I lost my train of thought, but that's the gist of it. But thank you.
You was talking about the finger in the mouth with the pussy juice on
Yes,
it.
like
Yeah,
putting the hand in
yeah.
the face and give me a kiss, and like all of this, all
I
of
always want
these.
to touch your hair and oh my God, what is
Yes,
this? Like slap you, bitch. That's what it is. Oh my
yes.
God.
Like move the fuck. Like people are really gonna start getting beat up now. Like it's
Like, but
crucial.
Pretend. She said
Vicky,
they
why every time you come
pretend.
on? Yeah, yeah. That's not
What is
okay.
it, Carmen? Oh my God.
So
No, it's
you
just like
so
Becky.
so
Why every time
what
you come around, you smell like ass? Go ahead.
I noticed that you because you can hear it too, and maybe some of us do it too, but that's neither here nor there because we're gonna wash our hands. But they'll put their feet on the toilet thing to flush it because they don't want to touch it, but you won't wash your hands.
I don't
Make it
Yeah.
make sense. Make it make sense.
This is why I use a paper towel to open the little handle on the pup, because I
But there's
just
a
y'all don't understand. You see how Maya is with the Lysol? If I don't have my bottle, I make the sound effect. Ask them when we were traveling together. If I feel someone in the vicinity is nasty, I let them. The alarm goes off.
It's because of
We
you I
are.
buy that sanitizer now. So gratitude, Malika.
Listen. I will wipe. Everywhere we went, we wiped down the tables. We've got the sanitizer, we got the spray, we got the Lysol. All of it is necessary. And then we wonder why things like the vid go viral and rapid. Because most people only learn how to wash their hands when 19 hit. My feelings are hurt by this whole conversation. And I'm going back on mute.
And they're the same ones that don't use the toilet paper seat covers. Like they just sit their nasty, pasty booties and bodies on a public restroom toilet. Like it's just like the at-home toilet. And don't let it be a genome woman. She will smear that with her period juice and not give two
Ah,
shits.
Oh God, genome crust everywhere. Like
Yes, you're like, girl. I know you left that residue. What you doing? What
shit
are
on
you
the back of the toilet. Like, stop.
doing?
But you know what that comes from? The ones that aren't from here, they hover. They actually get up on the toilet and hover because they're used to shitting and pissing on the hole in the ground. I'm saying.
Stop!
No.
Please stop!
Wait. Let me tell y'all something. Story time, really quickly. I'm at a truck stop one day. I'm driving, and so I have to stop to use the restroom. I said I'm gonna grab me something to eat too. I don't know what can I eat here. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm using the bathroom. I hear the genome and her baby come in the bathroom, and she pulls down her pants. She's using the bathroom. The baby says, "I think you're gonna make me throw up." I said, why would this baby need to throw up, you funky bitch? All you're doing is pissing. Like, and she was robust as fuck. When I came out the bathroom, I needed to find her. I was on a mission. I went into the restaurant that's attached to it, and she was in there with the little dirty baby. The baby was filthy from the head to the toe with a little onesie on that was filthy. And I'm looking at her. She was robust as fuck. And I said, that's why she wanted to throw up. I want to throw up now.
Oh my. That yeah. Okay, well, never mind. Ain't gonna do that. Not gonna do that. But that's funny. That's funny. Mm. Disgustingly
She
funny.
actually used the word puke. She used the word puke is what the word she used. But yeah.
Uh, uh,
She gonna say, "Oh, are you
yeah.
feeling sick, honey?" No, she's smelling your ass, honey.
Right. Though the smell coming from you is making me nauseated, bitch.
That
That's
is
what's going
disgusting.
on.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You are offending me. Okay.
Please tell me when it's
Man,
safe to come back. Please, somebody tell
it's
me when it's
safe.
safe to come back.
It's always safe. Come out and play, Malika.
See, and you hit me with the voice.
All right, y'all. Let's move this thing forward. Maya, the boyfriend who killed the girlfriend with kids. She'd like to go on and touch on that.
oh sure. So there was a gentleman who, well, he wasn't a gentleman. There was a guy that basically killed the mother of his children
His
because,
wife.
yes, his wife, because she no longer wanted to be with him. He was abusing her. He was beating her. There were apparently several domestic violence cases against him. Nothing was done. She ended up getting a restraining order and moving in with her mother and their children. And he had been stalking her, I guess, waiting for the perfect moment. And so one morning she was getting the kids ready for school. She got them loaded up in the car. They were going down the street. As she's leaving the stop sign from leaving the street, he comes down the opposite way, smashes into her car, and kills her. So she never even got to take her children to school. They were traumatized. They ended up having to watch this happen. I didn't get to finish the story to see if the children were hurt or if they survived.
No. She dropped them off. So what happened was, Maya, she posted the camera video of him
Right.
beating her.
Right.
And she left and went to take the kids to school. As she dropped them off, she came back around the corner. He hit her head first, got out, and shot her with a shotgun. So she had just dropped the children off.
So this gratitude, Quatita. So this particular incident, along with others, Charming, was he the same one that had done it previously to somebody else?
Yes, his he had actually, I believe he went to jail or had gotten caught up in the system one way or the other for crashing into his ex-girlfriend's the front of her car very similarly, and I believe holding her and her passenger hostage and on a high speed police chase. That's how you say it. Yeah. So he basically is known for doing this. There's nothing surprising about these actions. As you can see, it's on camera and nobody did anything. And she, not only that, she would actually wear a bulletproof vest frequently. And her parents, her mother would be like, honey, what are you doing? And she would be like,
Right.
He's going to kill me.
Right. Like
She had it
knew.
on that day. She put it on before
She
she
put it
left
on
the
that
house
day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
because the cops weren't helping her.
Oh yeah, Miss Cat said it. Yep.
Yeah. She
So-
actually had put that in her post saying that too. They weren't going to do anything till he kills her.
So I was thinking about that particular case. There was the case where now going back and reading after the meeting yesterday, I don't think that this girl was dating this guy. They were just really good friends or whatever, but she beat him in a basketball game. He dropped his family off at home, came back to the park where she was, shot her multiple times and left her on the sidewalk.
Yep.
Because she beat him in a game. And then there was another case where there was a boyfriend who was in jail. He had got out on probation. And this case it was like a domestic violence situation from 2020. And when he was released, his objective was to harm his baby's mother by pouring boiling water down their child's throat.
Yeah.
And according to the mother, the baby has like 19% of her head is damaged. Her shoulder is damaged. She's burned very badly. She's in the hospital fighting for her life. And so when you read about these cases, like we already know that the system is not designed to protect us, and really in anything. So even in the domestic violence situations, there's nowhere for you to really go. You kind of have to take matters into your own hands. So my question is, should we just stop reporting and do that? Take it into our own hands and don't, you know what I'm saying? Like what is the alternative?
So
I say,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it sounds like an attack on the Melaninite women. So at this point, we're gonna have to take it into our own hands. That's what it sounds like, because it's like they go to jail, but y'all let them right back out to commit the same crimes. And it's like y'all want them to do that because it's an attack on us. You know what I'm saying?
And it makes me feel like, you know how like back in the day, back in the day or whatever, when they were experimenting on us and they say that we don't know pain, like we, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not real. Like you're coming in to report it, but there's nothing I can do. You're the officer, like you're the police department. Like you're literally the police department.
The reason why I shook my finger when you said what you said, Maya, is because you still need to report it. Because you need to have proof for why you unalived them when you did. Because one thing about this system is that they will not take down your attackers, but they will take you down for bringing retribution to your attackers when they finally make that move. So you do have to still think about the strategy of it. And that's one thing that we also spoke about in the meeting. I saw a post where the energy, because you all know I'm very big when it comes to the trafficking and these Black femicide stories. So if you'll allow me the opportunity, I would like to play a video that I think shifts the narrative to let you know what you are capable of. Because just because you're reporting, that does not mean that you need to depend on the system to protect you, because they will not. You need to know that you report so that you have proof that you've done everything on your end, that the law states that you have to. Now, this is the video of this young woman, and I'll just go ahead and play it. Well, I hope you guys can hear it. Let me take out my headphone really quick. I should have did that earlier too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
Okay.
Spirit is working because I wanted to end on this, Malika. So it's perfect.
I was just about to say this is a great ending. Yeah.
Here we go.
So let me tell y'all how I almost got kidnapped at Walmart a couple days ago. So I'm a real early morning person. I like to get up at like 5 a.m. and do the things I needed to do. Now, this day I needed to go to Walmart because I needed to go grab a quick little outfit for my daughter because it was picture day. So I drove down to Walmart. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So when I pull into the parking lot, I see a white van sitting at the other end of the parking lot. I'm like, all right, cool. I kind of park far away from them. So I go into Walmart. I'm walking around. I'm grabbing my stuff. And I notice a lady is constantly following behind me, mostly the aisles and stuff where I go to. So I keep my eye on her, but I continue to shop. So after I'm done shopping, I go to the self-checkout, and I see her walk out the door. She didn't grab anything. She didn't do anything. She just walked straight out the door. All right, cool. So I go to walk out to my car, and I see the van is about 4 or 5 spaces from where I park now. So I look, and I start walking towards my car. And then I see the door of the van kind of start cracking open. So I stopped. And I look at the van. And then I pull her out of my waist. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going anywhere without her. I already don't go anywhere without her during the day. But I dang sure ain't going nowhere at 6 a.m. without her. So I cocked it. And I looked at her. And I stood there. What y'all trying to do? Because I have no problem spraying up y'all van. So the van turns on, and they pull off. It's my life or yours. And I have no problem going to your funeral. So ladies, I'm saying this to say, y'all need to get licensed and registered. Because these people is really out here trying to take us. And also, the things I do keep with me, I usually keep a small pack. I keep bleach wipes, and I keep gloves. Keep these on your person at all times because they are sticking stuff in your cars. They're sticking stuff in your windows that they want you to pick up, and it's laced with stuff. So keep some bleach wipes with you. So they come in small packs. The gloves, they come in big packs, but keep a couple on you if you're going anywhere. So you can take it off, and then you can wipe your car down. Stay safe at all times. These people are really out here trying to kidnap people and put y'all in trafficking. But I'm not about to be one of them. Y'all can keep trying it if y'all want to. It's not happening.
So if you'll allow me just one more moment to wrap this up.
Let me tell y'all how I almost got kidnapped.
I want to say this. I want to say Kiera Hudson, mother of 3, shot dead in front of her kids in Buffalo. Lovely Hendricks, 15-year-old, shot dead at Columbus, Ohio Park. Asia Womack, 21 years old, killed over pickup basketball game in Dallas. Deasia Johnson, 22 years old, found chopped up in suitcases in New York. Tanya White, 35 years old, mother of 4, shot and killed outside Atlanta. Breonna Bailey, mother of 3, fatally shot outside fire station in South LA. Paula Lind, LA County probation officer, beaten to death in home. Nadine Davis Russell, 62-year-old grandmother, shot dead in Staten Island. Crystal Walton, Indianapolis mother, shot dead dropping kids off at daycare. Yolanda Brown, 53-year-old missing Georgia woman, found dead inside of a vehicle. Michaela Adams, 20-year-old woman, stabbed to death, ex-boyfriend charged. McCary Rayson, 21-year-old woman, found fatally shot in Shreveport home. Naya Reynolds, just a few more. Naya Reynolds, 22-year-old mother, shot and killed on Kalamazoo Interstate. Delina Hall, 24-year-old Virginia woman, found shot dead. That is just since the beginning of September this year. And those are not all of the names. I am here to proclaim, especially for us within this family, that their names, their passing will not go in vain. We may not have done everything that we could have to prepare them and protect them and be proactive instead of reactive. But again, we will not let them die in vain. We will do what is necessary to make sure that we take the stand and we take the actions to protect ourselves in the way that we couldn't for them. And that's all that I wanted to say.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. And with that said, so eloquently said, we're going to end on this note. We're going to say gratitude for tuning in. we're gonna say hope to see you next week. Panel, it's been wonderful. Love each and every one of you. Committee, we love you.
Season 2.
Hey, and until next time, y'all, we out of here. Love you.
Peace.